Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to get into a reading for you guys. Alright, let's see. What we getting pulled towards? Love, career, general. What we getting pulled towards? Love, career, finance, general. What we getting pulled towards? I don't think it's pulling towards love. What is this energy? Okay, finance. It's on the M. I got money with that one. Oh, it broke. Some of you guys could be experiencing low finances. Be mindful of the way you spend your resources. Yeah, start looking at things like that as resource. Don't look at it like, oh, da-da, money, da-da. Look at it as resource, because then you look at it like, oh, well, I need this. I don't want to say need, but for those who are still connected with the government system where they use currency, USD or whatever. All right, so let's see. What is the message here for the collective in terms of the money, hun? All right. Knight of Cups. Okay, tell me more about this. The Manyan, huh? Ooh, the Sun. Oh, yeah. See, I feel like y'all are coming into this space to where you're gaining wisdom. Like, you're realizing what money actually is. It wasn't what you probably was viewing it as before. Romantic offer or a love offer, emotional offer. Okay, tell me more about this. Somebody who wants to give you a romantic offer could be wanting to give you all the money in the world, honey. Some of you guys experienced a painful ending when it came to some money. I'm seeing there's a Knight of Cups who got some money. Maybe there's some type of truth going to come out when it comes to finances. Yeah. I feel like a lot of you guys are meant to be happy in this life. So when it comes to money, I don't feel like it's one of those situations where you guys, I feel like you learn lessons in the form of finances. I feel like you learned some lessons when it came to finances. So maybe you look at it differently than you did before. Maybe you've learned, maybe you've gained wisdom. Maybe your third eye is open when it comes to finances. But I'm seeing happiness. Some of you guys are about to be real happy. So maybe your finances, you're going to go from poverty to wealthy. And this can even be in your material values. Because something probably was dead at first, or it wasn't as... Maybe you should give something some sunlight. To help the money grow. Give it some sunlight. Similar to like if you planting a seed, you're going to water it. Give it some sunlight. So this could really be... I feel like some of you guys, you're also going to create something in a partnership as well. Like your finances are going to be really significant when it comes to your partnerships or your connections. Maybe this is a sign to network. Put yourself out there. Get yourself exposed to certain things. Because you may have something that people want to buy. And this could be literally just your energy, your creativity. Maybe this has a lot to do with you speaking. Maybe some of you guys can get paid for speaking. See, when it comes to finances, see, you gotta, like, one of those affirmations that be like, I don't work for money, money works for me. It's like you gotta stand your ground. Do you want finances? You got to tell the universe what you want. Universe looking at you like, you want it? Or it's like you got the ideas. You're getting the ideas when it comes to finances. So maybe maybe you're being encouraged to gain some ideas. That mind that you have is very restless. You could be a very curious individual. You could be an intellectual or be passionate about those type of things. So maybe in the form of finances, you could learn more or maybe get ideas from people who already established wealth or a legacy. Because we're talking about finances, but I think of the Pentacles a lot often. And it doesn't just tie to finances when we're talking about... the Pentacles. Fixed sign energy, Leo could be significant. Yeah. It's giving star energy, but the star is afraid of being seen or something. Didn't work out how you planned. Maybe some of y'all, when it came to money, something didn't work out how you thought it was going to. All right. What else? Any last messages about this money, finance stuff? Three of Swords, pain. So some of you guys, I'm seeing heartbreak. Maybe this is what's causing y'all to be in this space. Somebody could have some type of tattoo on them that refers to being hurt. I'm seeing an opportunity here. Being like, there's a financial opportunity. It can be in earthly matters overall. I'm seeing some headphones, pen and paper, with some tarot cards. Some of you guys could be readers or getting a finance reading, which is what we're doing now. It's significant. But look, you the Queen of Coins, honey bun. Anything about finances, you own it. You got good business sense and everything else. So somebody give you a house, you'll turn it into a home. Somebody give you pots and pans, you'll cook a meal. Even if you only got 3 ingredients in the class, you'll figure that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are like real life creators, and you most definitely can make some bank. You are a person that's meant to be wealthy. Like, it's literally in your energy. You could be an earth sign, but there's some heartbreak or pain that surfaces around money. Maybe some of you guys are not happy about where you currently are financially, but once again, you can get yourself out of whatever financial situation you're in. That's probably why that energy was channeled earlier. Like, do you want this? Because, you know, you gotta, some of you guys, you putting in the action, you're a leader, all while being heartbroken, all while suffering. You putting yourself back together piece by piece. But I feel like a lot of you guys are still dwelling on something. Your emotions and your mind is not the best at the moment, but you somebody who gets it done. So you getting it done while heartbroken, while crying, for real. Some of y'all deep down inside, there is inner conflict and turmoil and like all of these things. For those of you who can't see it at the surface just yet. I'm seeing leadership and heartbreak. Maybe you took some type of leadership role into something and got heartbroken. Or maybe you're encouraged to take some type of leadership role into something and to, you know, get out of this energy, because I feel like there's some type of opportunity here, but you could be frustrated, you could be mentally got some mental restriction going on or some constraint, but I'm seeing clarity, focus, and breakthrough. So I feel like you're needing to step into this energy if you're not already. Some of you guys, there's a lot going on mentally, and I feel like you need to just remain a bit focused. Like, don't be too much in this pain energy. Heal this energy, of course, but don't sit in the energy and dwell. And you have a whole life to live that's been waiting to be lived for years now. And I feel like there's another opportunity here. So if y'all want to get on the finance train, the money train, then you got to put yourself out there. Some of you guys, you're speakers. Some of you guys, you got to take the leadership role. You're not meant to be in the back. Because, I mean, what else we talking about? If you want to talk about finances, then... Because, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't feel like we need finances if we knew how to garden, build shelter. Therefore, that's your house right there. I'm telling you. I ain't talking about shelter like 3 sticks looking like a tent. No, I'm talking about literally it looks like a house, but how they used to build it back in the old days. I mean, sometimes you can use the brick and everything. They use cement now for certain things, but shit, mud and water was getting people through the times every time. So if you go on this route, then you might as well use your gifts, your talents, etc., because you can get paid for those things. But I feel like first, before you ever think about finances, take care of the first steps, which is self. Because you don't want to be like those people who become millionaires, but they're still not happy in life and satisfied in this, and that. You want to do whatever you need to do right now so that you won't have to do it later. Because money isn't everything. But for those of you who are seeking it, then you can go about it this way. Certain blockages that are in the way is heartache and, you know, all of these other things. So, you know, going within and reflecting and healing and really getting back out there and still doing good things. Some of you guys like volunteer work, charity work, something like that could be significant. Maybe somebody is going to be giving you some. I'm seeing like lots of food. Thanksgiving is coming up. Thanksgiving could be significant. But I'm seeing somebody going to be giving you money, or you're going to be giving somebody money. So if you want big bang, you gotta go do big things, okay? And you a person who you already got the intellect, you already have the communication skills, you already have the passion, you already have the knowledge. It's like you already have these things. It's just about acting, putting those thoughts into motion, fruition. There's an opportunity, and you are the creator. You are the creator. Some of you guys, you need to create your own opportunities. Some of you guys, you need to create certain things. Like maybe you need to be the one to host the event. You know, set up something to where you have people come to the event. You know, I understand this person did that, that person did that, but you too carry something that's beautiful and amazing. Like I said, a lot of you guys, you're speakers. A lot of you guys, you're intellectuals. So you just have to have the confidence, and you have to also put in the action to get to this wealth that you're wanting to come into. Your emotions and everything also has to be in a good place. A lot of you guys are emotionally withdrawn, detached, etc. And maybe this is also what's interfering with your money, interfering with your whatever it may be. A lot of you guys, though, you're learning lessons when it comes to money. I feel like the truth has been revealed to you in some type of way. Or a lot of you guys are about to be really, really happy when it comes to like your finances. Some of you guys are going to be the one to create the generational wealth. You could be anticipating the future. Action, project work. Maybe you could be thinking about what you could do for work, or anticipating you working or acting on something and doing some type of project. Maybe in a different energy. Some of y'all, you can't wait till it gets to that point to where you just finally wealthy and rich and living in your dream home with your dream life and your dream husband and your dream whatever. But I feel like you are going to get that. I'm telling you now. Some of you guys are already emotionally fulfilled. See, a lot of you guys, money isn't a factor to you. I feel like you're breaking a lot of different generational curses, and one of them would be this rat race of chasing money and, you know, just a lot of other stuff. Yeah. Because I feel like y'all know that solitude is necessary. Well, introspection, healing, you know, different stuff like this. For you to be where you want to be in life. So maybe somebody just needed to hear that message, get a reminder, because it seems pretty much like you guys aren't really attached to money or a possible outcome. I feel like you anticipate the future and stuff like that, but I don't feel like you have this. There's some pain that surfaces money. Maybe you went through some deep pain and it triggered an awakening within you, and now you just have a different relationship with money than you possibly did before. You said nice deck. Thank you. These decks are mixed with, there are multiple decks mixed in one. I don't have my original booklets out to tell you the author, and people who, the animator or whatever, since you said they're nice. But yeah, I feel like somebody is going to want to give you money, cherish you, give you gifts. Somebody is going to be doing these things. And this could be you to other people. But your family home life is very significant when it comes to finances. I feel like you're going to be the one to build that legacy. This may take 10 years to do. For a lot of you guys, maybe you'll start, when it gets to 10 years from now, you'll be really, really happy with what you've sustained, obtained, nurtured, grown. created. For a lot of you guys, it's already started. You've already been planting the seeds, creating gems, and you got the wisdom and like all of these things. So I'm telling you, some of you guys could have fears when it comes to finances. Alright, any more messages for the collective in terms of the Manyan? Ceremonies and celebrations. I'm telling you, the sun had came out earlier. The Knight of Cups, which talks about on this mission. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Throat chakra is significant. I'm telling you, on this mission of love, emotions, relationships. Somebody is learning how to balance that out. You know how you get in a relationship and there's either people obsessed with money or there's either people who just focus on love. It's like in this situation, it'll be a balance, not because it's, oh, we need this, we need that, just because if you are a person who has a house, an apartment, you pay bills, then of course it makes sense that you will possibly still indulge with this whole finance currency thing. So I feel like they'll just learn how to, it's just giving people learning lessons when it comes to money, not being so obsessed with it, and realizing that if somebody wants anything in life, a lot of times fixing your own energy can help get you there. Because 9 times out of 10, the finances ain't financing because of something that's going on within self, because you guys are literally a moneymaker. Like, a lot of you guys should have been rich by now, literally. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was the depression. Maybe it was the stress. Maybe it was you was unmotivated. I don't know. Because you could have been a lot further than you are now. And I'm not saying that as, oh, you failed in life and oh, da da. No. I'm just saying, so just take this into account. Don't continue to let time go by and just live in the future about having money. You can create these things now, and I feel like that's literally what's happening. So you're wealthy. See it, believe it, know that. You don't have to look at wealth as something that it's far away, years away, decades away. It can happen in a blink of eye, and it can happen in a shift of perspective. You never know. A shift of perspective can change your whole life. A shift of perspective can change your whole life. Tell me more about the outcome of this situation. What's going on with that? What's going on with that? All right. Yeah, have faith in your dreams. Doing the complete opposite, nothing is going to come from that. So whatever you're dreaming about, whatever you're fantasizing about, whatever you're anticipating, have faith in your dreams. A lot of you guys, you want to be wealthy, you want to be famous, you want to have faith in them, because if you don't, that's really not going to get you anywhere. You're only going to hold yourself back because now you have negative thinking, now you're scared, all of these different things, all right? So you're being encouraged to meditate and contemplate. A lot of times the answers be right there in our face. It'd be right there. But I feel like the main thing that you guys are needing to focus on is really your mental health, emotional space, etc. Because the money is going to come regardless. But I feel like it shifts in how you perceive money, what's your relationship with money, etc. A lot of you guys, you're still working on this. You're still on this path. You're still in this journey. For others of you, you're mastering things within this concept, within this situation. All right, get you some clear quartz, some emerald. All right, yeah, your green crystals or the crystals that can benefit you when it comes to money can help a lot. So you can get certain crystals, you can do certain money rituals. All right, it's all about the intention. So there's different ways, there's different things, but I feel like at the end of the day, regardless, it has a lot to do with your own energy, because that's your money maker right there. If your heart space is hindered, if your mind is all over the place, if this and that, you know, if it's fears and everything else going on, like I said, the bottom line, like regardless of of anything in life, the first step is self, regardless of what it is, whether you want to get in a relationship, whether you want to become wealthy in life, especially financially, all of this. And I'm not saying this is the rule to doing it and this is the only way that it's going to work. I'm just saying, like how I told y'all, some people become wealthy and they wish to become poor again, you know? So it's just about things on the inside. Because then that's how you're going to keep something, sustain something, actually be happy. So it's not about the money, for real. Even though this is a money reading, and a lot of y'all, this could just be how you're thinking in a situation. Like I said, your relationship is changing with money, so you're no longer in this scarcity tactic, limited mindset. You know, some of you guys still are, though. That's why I'm saying you got to take the messages how it resonate. Because maybe by the time you look at this message again, because it's a timeless reading, you'll come back and then you'll resonate differently from, oh, poverty mindset, lack mindset. And then you'll be on the other end where you're the one who's mastering things within finances and shifting your relationship, you know? So just take the messages how it resonates. That's pretty much what I'm saying when it comes to money, finance. If you didn't get to see this message fully, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. All right. Ouch. All right. Some of you guys are going to be doctors. I feel like you just really need to remember who you are. When you remember who you are, purify and detoxify your mind, body, soul, etc., everything gonna start really falling in line easier than what it already looks like what was possibly happening, because you operating from a space of trauma, you operating from a space of lack of awareness. You know, a lot of you guys are possibly not 100% aware or, you know, healed and like all of this stuff. Some people think that you can't really be healed for real, but I think we just all have our different ways of looking at things and how we see things, because I'm telling you, the impossible is most definitely possible. And a lot of times that you may feel is impossible or it's not even the case. But you got to remember that whatever you believe in, you bring to reality. So you could believe in something that's completely false and it'll come true. You know what I'm saying? That's how powerful spiritual beings are. But you are a human being as well. And I feel like you're just living, learning, experiencing, bumping your head, all that. But I feel like there's a bigger picture, like, or something that's just more broad for sure. All right. Enough of that. Cleansing the energy within and around. We don't have to get into anything specific, whatever really wants to come out. All right, so this is going to be more of a general, but you may hear something about love, career, finance, health, other people. All right, so just take the messages how it resonate for you and you only. If you're wanting to get your own personal, the list is open. Just let me know in the chat that you're wanting to get on the list. Or you can just go ahead and send in your payment by clicking the link in my bio and scrolling all the way down to payment options. I have Chime, PayPal, Cash App. Alright, what are the messages here for the collective? What are the messages here? Fish hook. The 8 of Aquarius. The 8 of air. There go that mental restriction again. Fishing could be significant. It says fish hook. This is a card of feeling helpless, powerless, paralyzed, vulnerable. I'm seeing something about a trap, temptation, bait, con game, a great catch, luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, abundance, multiplication principle. Okay, so it's a lot of stuff going on with this energy. Fish are significant, bodies of water. Pisces energy could be significant. Aquarius most definitely is significant. All right, take the messages how it resonate for you. Romanticism is in it. Like, it's a lot of different things, okay? And then we have mystery. Look at the stars. I'm seeing a man and a dog. Or it could be feminine or masculine with a pet, an animal. Intimacy, spraying your favorite perfume. All right. Oop, we got 2 cards coming out. Okay, so this is most definitely talking about love, romantic situations. I'm seeing that somebody is possibly, it says convertible. This could be somebody who has their own car. Okay, maybe this is your energy. But I'm seeing love, romance, even friendship. Or maybe this is somebody who you can be friends and lovers with. Someone who has a high emotional IQ. This could be your energy. All right, I'm seeing somebody's attached and yearning. Okay, so somebody could be trying to bait you back into their life. You give an abundant amount of love. You give an abundant amount of anything. And this could have been somebody who you were intimate with. All right. This person something could be a mystery to this person or to you when it comes to this connection. Roses are most definitely significant. The color red, Gemini, Pisces energy. I'm seeing loyalty as well, but I'm also seeing two-faced. See, that's contradicting energy. So maybe more than one energy is coming out. They always trying to restrict somebody, honey. Interesting. It says get away. Some of y'all need a vacation, or it's giving bug repellent or human repellent at this point. All right, digest something. Child. Look at here, look. Tell me more about this dice energy. This is the Two of Sagittarius, Two of Fire. Choices, decisions. Maybe this is a risky choice or decision. Got the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Growth, abundance, luck, opportunity. Somebody may get lucky. This could be, I don't know why I thought of sexually. Oh my goodness. I was thinking somebody could get lucky, as in a person was letting somebody go and then they ended up changing their mind, possibly because this person ended up coming back into their energy a little bit more better, a little bit more emotionally balanced. Others of y'all, you're freeing yourself, or you already are free. I'm seeing change is happening in your life, and you're being encouraged to look to the stars. You're being encouraged to spurn your favorite perfume. All right, I feel like you were paralyzed and paralyzed by fear and temptation and, you know, other stuff. But I feel like somebody is playing some type of, I'm seeing con game. I feel like this is not a trustworthy situation. Yeah, I'm seeing a tower moment. I feel like you guys should continue to work on yourself and build whatever you're building. Continue to heal those childhood wounds. I'm seeing this being more of a success than risking reconnecting with whoever this is, friend or ex-lover, regardless. I feel like you're successful with or without these individuals, but when you have inner conflict and conflict overall, it don't even have to be inner, and there's jealousy and competition, it's just like, why? That's why it'll be like taking a risk, because maybe you were playing games, they were playing games. I'm seeing drink wine. Maybe somebody made you want to drink, or you made this person want to drink. I'm not saying you made them. You know, we all make our own choices, but maybe that's how they personally felt. But I know this is most definitely time to love. So somebody is going to come in and try to show some type of affection or devotion. They're coming in as somebody who's faithful and infatuated, or wanting to give somebody something. This could be your energy. It could be somebody else's. This person is possibly coming in a little bit more like, I'm going to succeed this time or something like this. But I feel like somebody is trying to bait someone back in. However, somebody has many options. Somebody have many options. You, them, both of y'all, is somebody. Maybe there's a connection that's based on fidelity, high emotional IQ, appreciation, devotion, gifts, etc. And then there's these other connections that are more like, well, I'm not really seeing a half and half. I'm really just seeing the energy of taking a risk, gamble. Maybe somebody is going to take a risk when it comes to you. Maybe you're going to take a risk when it comes to them. Or maybe it's risky connecting with whoever this is. But somebody could be feeling helpless. Yeah, Ace of Cups. So new love and new friendships is also coming in. Mind you, the retrograde is coming in, so people from your past most definitely could be contacting you. You could be reaching out to people who you haven't talked to. It's like we're in the shadow period of the retrograde. I believe I heard it's supposed to start November 9th and end on the 29th, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Alright, what's going on in the collective's life? The collective is experiencing anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia, hopelessness, trauma, and despair. Okay, what's going on? So you guys were the ones that was in this hopeless energy. Okay, it could be due to some disappointments. I'm seeing adversity, misfortune, hardship, trial overcome, crisis, 2 steps back. Okay. Maybe a lot of you guys felt like you were set back. This could even be financially as well. Something could have been like a burden. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing a water sign. If you're not a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces as a sun sign, you don't have to be. You could just be somebody who's an emotional idealist, psychic, empath, intuitive, sensitive, heart-centered, a person that feels deeply and takes things personal, right? You could be somebody who's empathetic, a healer, a counselor, an advisor, or an author, or maybe you're encouraged to get more into these energies that you possess. Okay, it says give up, and then it says haircut. Some of you guys, confirmation, you could have been somebody who cut your hair before, especially at a time where you possibly, you know how some people say you cut your hair, you're probably going through a crisis or something. That's most definitely what it could have been. Some of you guys could have cut your hair when you was going through a crisis, but you don't have to feel that you were going through a crisis. Not all the time we feel that way. I'm seeing some type of competition, debates, rivalry, conflict, disagreement, strife, tension, territorial energy, clashing egos, and some type of petty energy. So this situation, these people, whatever the case may be, it's very petty. It's a petty situation. I'm not sure who was being petty, you, them, they. Maybe you guys, you took things very personal. And, when you are an emotional idealist and emotionally connected and sensitive and take things personal, feel deeply, then you most definitely can get your heart broke like that. Okay, especially when you trust people, you be vulnerable, right? And then it's like it turns out that people are really in competition with you. They being petty with certain things. You guys are clashing. So for a lot of you guys, you just ready to possibly give up, or maybe you've experienced this already in your past, right? Yeah, I just feel like you went through a lot of defeat, mental defeat, right? Conflict, upheaval, loss, disagreements, competition. People who wanted to win at all costs, sneaky energy, bullies. You dealt with thieves or people who were thieves. You were in like abusive relationships. So this could have been more than one person, and it could have been platonic, romantic, etc. So what's going on with this gamble energy then? What's that gamble energy? So you're being encouraged to remember who you are. Self-love, self-care is really important. I'm trying to remember the question I asked. I asked what's going on with this gambling energy. It's giving me a lot of messages in one. Yeah. See, you're coming into these new beginnings as a being who's experienced trauma rather than a being who hasn't had their first relationship yet, hasn't experienced bullying yet. All of these energies when you're first in your pre-stages of living, right? And then you start experiencing life and meeting people who are cruel and, capable of breaking your heart and everything like this, especially being a sensitive person. So I feel like you should just choose your battles. And a lot of this has to do with self-sabotage. A lot of you guys may have self-sabotage, and you may still be self-sabotaging because of the current energy that you're sitting in, which is fear and depression and all these other things. See, sometimes other people aren't necessarily who to point the finger towards, and I'm not saying you are either. You don't really learn the lesson when you apportion blame anyway, whether you're blaming self or others. But I'm just getting this energy like a lot of you guys, your pain could go away yesterday if you would just stop dwelling, right? This situation could feel a bit more lighter if you didn't hold grudges or hatred or, all of this other stuff. So it's like you're experiencing in the beginning. And a lot of you guys, it could be the opposite, right? You could be coming into calmer waters. You could be healing. All right? You could just be coming into this soul restorated energy. But I feel like you're going to come into a connection with somebody who is very, like, you guys are going to match each other, and it's going to be an emotional connection. I don't know if you guys ever felt that, but you are going to feel the love in this relationship. Like, imagine connecting with somebody who's emotionally intelligent and deep feeling, etc. like you. I feel like you need to refine some things up a bit, you know, set firmer boundaries and try not to be so attached. You need to practice the law of detachment, because you will be devastated your whole existence if that's the case. Well, I'm not going to say that, because sometimes when you learn the lesson, honey, you ain't got to go through nothing no more. So sometimes we just bump our heads because we just didn't know any better, and if you knew better, you do better. So don't beat yourself up about anything. Sometimes we just need to bump our head and learn, right? But at the same time, don't sit in a certain energy, and also don't give up on love, or don't give up on who you are. Like, don't give up on the person that's the fighter. Don't give up on the person that's the mature one, or the person who is of peace and very rare. Like, embody that, alchemize this BS, because babe, I'm seeing new beginnings right here, but it's not gonna look or feel like a new beginning, or at least you won't be in the best energy to be accessible to feeling these things. Yep, judgment, decisions, rebirth, inner calling, a new phase, absolution, reckoning, awakening, redemption, forgiveness, and mercy. You gotta forgive. Some people want your mercy. Some people want redemption. Some people want to come back in and right their wrongs, but I don't feel like they're in the better energy that they think they're in just yet. And for a lot of you guys, some of them, they could be in a better energy. Sometimes it's just you and your hindered heart chakra and your blurred vision on whom or what you can or can't trust. I'm seeing avoidance, closed-mindedness, refusing to face reality, evade, feeling threatened, fake out, inhibit, fear-based thinking, steering clear. Yeah, some of y'all could be steering clear from something. It says run for cover. And then it says just a conspiracy theory. Child, it's a lot going on. Sand is very significant. Some of y'all want to just go, you see this ostrich, it's just hiding. This is most definitely, look, a union. So this could be talking about you and somebody who you loved. You were romantically involved with this person. But I feel like the relationship changed a lot. Maybe you tried to fix it. Maybe they tried to fix it. But it could have always seemed like you were going, like, taking 2 steps forward, but going, 3 steps back. There was fighting going on. There was a lot of intense anxiety and worry and insomnia and nightmares and, mental defeat. Maybe on even both ends. Both individuals carrying ego and personality clashes and all of this other stuff. 2 people who love each other. 2 people whose relationship could potentially work out. And a lot of times the lover's energy could talk about temptation. So maybe there was some type of temptation here. It doesn't have to be in the form of the devil energy. All right? Maybe this is somebody who you're passionate about, or they are passionate about you. Maybe some of you guys, this is referring to a new person. Therefore, it's talking about old energy. Like you going through this and going through that in your life, to the point to where now you may not be accessible to somebody coming in, even though there's people who want to come in and that will come in. But it's just about your perception, your mindset, how you view things. 'Cause a lot of you guys, you have fear-based thinking and a lot of other stuff. I'm seeing fertility here. Yeah, so we got fairy tale out here. So this is your advice. You're being encouraged to believe the impossible. We talked about that earlier. It says daydreams, romantic ending, universal archetypes, hopeful, magic, unicorns and rainbows, aspire, happily ever after, stories we tell, fanciful. I feel like you just gotta let go of the hurt, let go of the grief, heal, and you'll be in a better energy mentally and emotionally. And you will have a better energy towards this person. You could have decided on something. I'm seeing like major choices and decisions. So you're encouraged to make a decision when it comes to these major choices or this major choice, or maybe you already have. But I feel like it's just this conflicted energy. It's just this burdensome energy that you have with the situation overall. And maybe this is something that you don't even want to look at, talk about, think about. You just want to throw it away in the trash, hide yourself, whatever the case may be. But there's new beginnings here. All right? There's new beginnings here. And with this mindset, I feel like this is going to be a hectic time for you. So that's why the advice would be believe in the impossible. Believe in love again, trust people again, fall in love again, heal. Your soul is being restored. All right? You're being encouraged to know it's okay to fail. All right? Protect yourself and know that you are protected. Ward off any unwanted energies. If that's sadness, if that's grief, if that's anger. And a lot of times you're going to have to do that. They say in order to get out of the storm is to walk through it, or whatever the case may be. So it's like feel all of your emotions. And then alchemize. Transmute. Something broke you. You were this fragile individual and they broke you, they dropped you, it's just your heart shattered. Sexuality is very significant. Your root chakra could be very significant in this situation as well. And I feel like somebody wants to write a letter, or maybe you wrote a letter. You didn't have to send it. It could have been a letter of, a cord cutting ritual, and you were writing your final goodbye, right? Or this could be somebody who wants to reach out to you and communicate, tell you how they feel. Or maybe poetry or writing letters was just significant. But I'm seeing rejection, cold hard truth, breaking up, set boundaries, divorce, strained situation. It's not you, it's me. The end, final words, cutting cords, something's not right. Yeah. So something just wasn't right. You could have rejected this person, maybe vice versa. Maybe they feel rejected. All right. But I'm seeing the cold hard truth is here. You've broken up with this individual. Some of you guys, you divorced someone. Somebody hit that it's not you, it's me type energy. But I feel like y'all are in this space where you're protecting yourself, and I feel like you're prepared. You're just being prepared. I feel like you're no longer sacrificing yourself. I feel like you're letting go and letting God peacefully, or at least being, encouraged to. Right? This could be a complicated situation where patience is going to be needed. But remember, we create the problems. A lot of times it doesn't have to be that deep. It doesn't have to be that, for real. It's just about the way we think and how we take things. And being an emotional idealist who's pretty sensitive and everything like this, then I could see why the depression and disappointment exists. This person could be an earth sign, or I'm seeing you could be this wealthy business this wealthy individual or a person of wealth, and it can be wealth within wisdom and everything else within earthly matters overall. Maybe you could have a business. Maybe you have leadership skills when it comes to business. Maybe you're somebody who is reliable. You're somebody who is secure financially, or you're a provider, a protector, somebody who's successful. And this can also be things that could happen in the future for you, or maybe you're attracting this in your love life. Somebody they know how to work on things with their hands, but they also know how to work on the relationship if there ever is to become a problem. Maybe someone is wanting to work on a relationship, but you're like, yeah, nah, this is risky. I'd rather just move on and, everything else. But this is somebody who you may still have some type of passion for. They have an intense passion for you. But I feel like at this time, you should just enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've been working hard for so many years, and I feel like a lot of this has to do with your energy, your character, how you show up in the world. Okay? I feel like you guys are self-aware. You're seeing clearly. Okay? You're facing certain issues within self. You may be doing this self-assessment, or encouraged to, or maybe this is somebody in this connection. Maybe they're the ones that's looking in the mirror. Okay? This could have been somebody who is or was narcissistic. Maybe you've picked up on narcissistic traits in this connection. But overall, I'm seeing self-love. So you got somebody who want backsies. But I feel like you moving on. You moving forward. And I feel like that's what you want to do. But you still may be a bit confused with this situation, or at least your heart, you still love whoever this is, but maybe you just don't want to be with them. This person could be somebody who has on a false mask, like they're a deceiver. Yeah. So I'm seeing a new romance. By the spring, give it 1 to 3 months, which of course it's not going to be springtime. So for others of you, this is literally going to manifest during the springtime. I'm seeing the new moon, the maiden energy. Ooh, I'm seeing you look real good. Like Gemini, Taurus, Aries energy is significant, or this is your person and they look really good. So yeah, somebody wants to communicate. They like, you my family. They're coming towards you. Maybe they're trying to go slow. Maybe they're trying to do things differently this time. Maybe they're not trying to move too wild. They're trying to be more balanced. Because they see that this situation, yeah, they got to handle things differently. But somebody's stuck in the past. I feel like you're still hurt by this situation. This person is trying to fix and work on things and move forward. You don't trust them. They are wearing a false mask. And new love is coming in. Or new love is here. Weary, retired, exhaustion, bone tired, knees yeah, see, some of y'all just tired. Somebody reminiscing about the good old days, but today is not those good old days anymore. So somebody is moving on while the other person is still living in the past, or maybe somebody is still hurt from the past while the other person is trying to look forward to things. And you got to get on one accord in these type of situations. Okay? But somebody is obsessed. They're not letting go. So when they find out that you're gonna be in this new connection, I think that's really gonna make them get it in their head that you serious this time. You could be seeing 1111. So you could be doing the work on yourself. They could be doing the work on themselves. I just feel like this is a self-love, self-care journey that you're on. Child, hope not, child. Because I'm like, what the heck is this? I hope it was ice. I'm hoping it's ice. I don't really like how it tastes. Somebody's anticipating the future. It could be you or them. Somebody's doing something a routine way. Maybe somebody get into that bag. Like I said, some of these people, they want to spoil you. They want to give you gifts. They want to give you money. They want to do things for you. This somebody could be reliable when it comes to like who they are, what they do, especially something within the like earthly matters, whether it's finances or whatever. Or maybe this person is going to be reliable when it comes to this financial situation. I'm saying let go, release. Whatever needs to be let go of or released. Whatever doesn't serve you or your highest good anymore, especially when it comes to this relationship that you have with this person. It's fine. You don't have to take them back. You don't have to do any of those things. But forgive. Heal the trust wound. You don't have to go back into trusting them and like all of this other stuff because we already know you feel something is risky or maybe they feel something is risky. You have to take the messages how it fits. This could be somebody that comes off as a player in and out of situations, whatever the case may be. So maybe they want to change their player ways, but I feel like a lot of stuff, it takes time. Just like how you need time, some things just take time, bro. I feel like y'all been very resilient when it came to this connection. You were vulnerable. You showed exactly who you were in the connection. There was no false mask. You were somebody who loves deeply, and that you most definitely showed them. This was a Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands dynamic. I'm seeing the Knight of Pentacles out here. That's why you're in this Two of Swords energy. Some of you guys, there's a decision that's needing to be made, but it may be a stressful one. It may be one that you don't want to face. Some of you guys, you don't know the truth. You're not facing the truth. You don't want to see the truth. You don't want to communicate. Like somebody's in this avoidance energy. And I feel like that's simply because they're still in apathy. They're still hurt by certain things. But this is what I'm saying. This is how you keep yourself in a space where you're missing out on things. A lot of you guys could be living the life right now, but you're not because emotionally you're not there. You know, you're depressed, you're stressed. Imagine like you could have been in Vegas somewhere living your best life, but instead you still sit in your comfort zone. You still disappointed in your ex who really didn't mean to hurt you. And I'm not saying like get back together with him or nothing, no. I'm just saying, like, it's not personal what people do to you. A lot of people, they only respond in the manner of who they are. Like, you can't expect a snake to be a lion, right? A snake is a snake. People with demons are people with demons, right? So you just have, this is just a lesson to you, like, okay, now I know better than to connect with people and, you know, not get to know them. Now I know better than to just have unprotected sex. Now I know better than, it's just gonna go on and on and on. What we not gonna do though that can go on and on is pointing the finger. Because if this person could have showed up for you better, like how you showed up for them, they would have. So let them be in their own energy, get in their life together, and you do the same. If you guys come back around, you come back around. If not, hey, you'll move on to in a new timeline, and the past won't be the past, so there's no point in living there, and you know, you'll move forward individually. Somebody's already planning things, planning the future, seeing the future. Somebody want to come in and they want to take off. They don't want to come in no false mask anymore. I'm telling you, somebody want a fresh new start. They want to give you something. They want to give you things. This is somebody who could be gossiping about you, or they could see you as somebody who's intellectual, or maybe this is somebody who has a lot of ideas and they're wanting to communicate. Yeah, see, it's a lot of page and knight energy here. So I feel like this person is on some type of mission. And I feel like they want to express some things to you. Like, it's a very potent energy. Like a kid in a candy store. They fantasize and dream about you guys. And I seen earlier that somebody needs to come into reality. So maybe this person needs to face reality, or maybe you're needing to face reality. Reality for you guys could be facing reality as in look at where you are right now and look at how you're dwelling. There's a frown on your face. You're this, you're that, you're not where you want to be, and like da da da. You're the creator of your life. You're the magician. Co-create with the universe. Alright? But the overall energy is temperance. Sagittarius energy. Balance. Peace. This person could be reaching out to you. Because I know they coming. Whether it's in a vehicle, whether it's with them broken promises they created, whether it's with the apologies. But for others of you, they coming back on the same BS. They coming back on the same BS. That's why y'all was encouraged to release them and let them go. Because there was something better. And I am seeing better. I'm seeing better within your friendships and romantic situations. 11:11 a.m. Could be very significant. 611 on the clock. I didn't broke this thing. All right. Are there any more messages here for the collective? Are there any more messages here for the collective? It most definitely is. There's always many more messages to give. If you guys want to get your own personal, let me know, honey, because I'm about to get ready to get off of here. The sun is about to come up any minute. But Tuesday and Wednesday could be significant. The letter F. Some of these people did really bad when it came to you. now they want to try to start over. But isn't this like their 50th time trying to start over? So like I said, at this point, okay, Taurus, Aries, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces energy is significant. So like I said, at this point, it's really just, it's your life. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, I feel like self-love, self-care, whatever you're working on, healing your inner child, like doing these things, I feel like you can't go wrong with that, and you're doing good. People are always going to try to come back into your life. Old friends, family, look, it's a retrograde. This about to be happening. We experiencing the shadow period of the retrograde as well. So you just got to stick with your wisdom. And I'm not here to tell you guys to not reconnect with exes or family members and all this other stuff. It's your life. You do what you want. I feel like we've always been told in life what to do and how to go about it, to the point to where I don't even want to tell nobody how to live their own life. Even if I feel like I wouldn't do it or don't want to do it, I'm still going to let people do what they want to do. Because projecting on everybody is not a good thing. Dishing out trauma in the world is not a good. It's like, come on now. So I be trying my best on my own end not to project on people and everything like that. So no, I'm not here to tell you to cut your ex off and shun them for the rest of your life. And no, I'm not here to tell you to get back with them and get married. I let you decide what the hell you gonna do, because you choose who you love, and this is your life at the end of the day. I'm just using my divination tools because I have a core interest. I also have my business and everything else. And I like giving messages to the collective, so I ask that you only take what resonates. Every message may not be for you. It is a collective. This video is also being uploaded on my YouTube, so many people will come across it. Some will take the message, some probably won't. But it ain't got nothing to do with me. I do my part. We just post whatever content I want to post and do, everybody got their own individual lives. And I suggest you start living it the way that your highest self, or your authentic self would. Okay? Who are you? Be true to yourself and do what you want to do in life. If you want to go out the country and live in another country, go do that. If you want to cut off your whole family, go do that. If you don't want to cut off your whole family, okay, don't do that. Like, just, at the end of the day, I feel like the goal is inner peace. Simple. Some people feel like inner peace and happiness are two different things, but I feel like if there's inner peace, happiness is knocking on the door. It should be there, to be honest. You got inner peace. Like, what could you possibly be sad or mad about? But that's pretty much the messages that I have for you guys. Okay, yeah, this video, it will be uploaded to my YouTube, so whatever you miss or whatever you guys can't stay for, this message will be uploaded to my YouTube. But I do appreciate the double taps, the feedback, the positivity. Alright, any more messages here for the collective? Any more messages here for the collective? Emotions, water element. I'm telling you, them feelings, them emotions are running high. All right, we got healing them emotions, honey. We got the rose quartz. Clean your crystals, y'all. All right, we got entrapment, pregnancy, money, heartstrings. Playing on them heartstrings. Trapping somebody with money, making it seem like, well, can't nobody necessarily trap you with money. It's like you probably connected with somebody because of money. We got drama queen. This could be somebody who's always stirring some, who causes chaos. Third party energy could be significant for some of you guys. Two of Swords. Unclear path, withholding, avoidance, stalemate, obstacles. IMPASSE. Maybe somebody's scared of what they may see, find, etc. Some of you guys, you're not the one who's in this energy. It's them. Similar to the energy of this person doesn't want to see you with anybody else, so they're not even going to think a thought as such. They see you as charming, confident, courageous, energetic, outgoing, strong, sexy, and very much so a visionary. So they see you as a queen. They see you as a stylish trendsetter. They see you as a witch. They see you as someone who is worth respect. Someone who's not average. All right? Transformation is here. There could be some change happening within this dynamic and within you guys individually. I feel like somebody's about to receive some good news. I feel like you've been laying a foundation. You've been setting goals. You've been getting grounded, or you're encouraged to. And when you operate in this energy, you're going to receive some good news. Somebody can also be studying magic. And I'm seeing somebody's going to get this spark of energy or a new passion for love and life. And when you do get into this energy, you're being encouraged to just go for it. Be in that energy. Somebody's going to be getting engaged or meeting someone new. I'm seeing fertility here. So somebody could end up getting pregnant, or they could just be very fertile. You guys are you have grit and will, and you just, these amazing things that people talk about. Literally, you have this energy, like, yeah, see, this connection, it was a roller coaster. It was up and down and sideways and zigzag and backwards and forward and back. It was all over the place, honey. But it does take two. It takes two. Even if somebody shows traits of narcissism, etc., it does take two for a connection to get to a certain point. For there to be an argument, two people have to be involved. For there to be this, for there to be that, for there to be this, for there to be that. All right? Looking in the mirror can help a lot, and not apportioning blame. If you see people instead as beings who just need to heal, etc., you can set your boundaries. You can operate in this type of energy, but like I said, just choose your battles, okay? And most definitely get the F out of your head, because I feel like that's probably why all of this up and down and this and that is going on, because like how you guys took things when certain things happen to you, if you looked at it possibly a different way, or if you weren't this just sensitive individual, maybe this could have been something you could have gotten over. But I feel like a lot of you guys, you probably like, well, I wouldn't have done that to them. Or maybe with the way you think, you probably think when people hurt you, they meant that. When people hurt you, they're evil and narcissistic and like all these things, when in actuality, they just don't know how the hell to love a person. They don't even know how to love themselves. They don't even love themselves. See, a lot of things are supposed to be given to people as children. The love, the attention, the whatever. But a lot of times it's not given, or it's not giving enough to them in particular, to what they feel. So they start feeling neglected, they start feeling abandoned, etc. A lot of these things stem down in childhood. That's how you know, if you look at an adult and you see that some people may call it a disgrace, an abomination, etc. Right? These harsh words, right? If you, child, and lost my train of thought dealing with these people. See, some of these people, I can see why. Like, some of y'all, these people could probably wreck your nerves or something. Maybe there are people who don't take accountability. Maybe there's somebody who's blind. Maybe there's somebody who you gotta really talk to, and it's so exhausting to talk to this person. Like I said, your feelings are valid, and I can see what you're talking about and why you cut people off and why change needed to happen, etc. But do know that a lot of times it does take two, and a lot of times if you just unhealthily attach from things and you practice mindfulness so that you can be in the present moment and, you know, be more in this grounded space, etc., I feel like life will be more smooth for you. Because humans, they just be doing human shit, just crazy. I don't want to blame it on the human species as a whole, but youthful, dreamer, idealist, naive, psychic, inner voice, love offer, beauty, romance, messages, sensitive, spiritual, musical, artistic. This is your energy for sure. I just feel like it's just because of who you are. You don't have to apologize for who you are. You don't have to change who you are. But I feel like you should refine some things, right? Because this would not be choosing your battles. This would be easy for a heartbreak to happen, for you to slip into depression, for you to slip into negative thoughts. Like that's all what this energy is going to lead to. So you have to learn how to work with yourself on certain things. If you know that you're this person who feels deeply and you're sensitive, then you need to help yourself realize that shit is not that deep for you to take it so personal. Like, yes, some people come off evil and like all of these things, but from a higher perspective and a bigger picture type of way, it's only people's demons. Like I said, if people are going to be a friend, they're going to be a friend and not a foe. If you just so happen to come across a person who's masquerading as a friend, don't be upset and, you know, all of a sudden lose sight of things and not want to have friends anymore and not trust and like all of this stuff. Like, it's like help yourself get out of a certain energy naturally. Like, things are like balance is being restored and everything, but sometimes it takes our own action, energy, etc., for something to manifest and for something to actually change, right? Your confidence could have been very significant in this situation. A lot of you guys could have started off confident and ended insecure, right? And I feel like that's just because of your commitment. When you love, and I feel like you're a person who's very loyal. So if you are not juggling people, putting people in third parties, you're like 100% invested, vulnerable, sensitive, like, you know, that's tough right there. But it's about time to get out your head at this point. It's about time to, you know, heal the pain and ground and get back. Because we need you to come back to being you. Like, you're still you, but it's like the hindered version of you. We need this was supposed to have been healed over a year ago. Take your time. But respectfully, because you got a whole life to live and to go, and, you know, you're this adventurous, rebellious, energetic, confident, like, heroic individual. You love to travel, or maybe traveling is going to be significant. But don't strip yourself from things of life, from feeling, from doing, from anything, simply because of a heartbreak. 1, 2, or even 3. They suck. Yes, they do. But this is just, like I said, life is just where you experience and you learn. You experience and you learn. See, mastering this energy of letting go and letting God when it's things that are out of your control will help you go very far. And with you being this deep feeling individual, I feel like you can still be this deep feeling individual, but a person who doesn't lose your marbles at the sight of hearing that somebody cheated on somebody, or feeling disrespected. Like, just because somebody calls you a bitch, you don't have to take that like, oh my gosh, no, he didn't. Do he not know I'm a queen and I come from Atlantis and da da da? Like, some people, they're blind. They don't know what the hell you talking about. They can't really operate from their heart chakra because it's been closed off for 10 years now. And for a lot of you guys, since they were 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, 17 years old, except so you dealing with people who are already in their 20s and 30s and 50s in childhood. But I feel like you will find your people for sure. You will, but I feel like the main goal would be that relationship with self. Because that's what's really important here. I feel like that always should be the goal of the target. Inner peace and just, mastering certain things for self. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to master my emotions. Therefore, I won't lose my marbles if somebody breaks my heart or do this or do that. Matter of fact, my heart probably won't even be broken because, like, it's just, But yeah, you and this person, it seems like y'all always keep coming back to one another. It's just something like, it's this unexplainable pull, this energy of you or this individual they just can't resist, right? But a timeline that's very significant is 1 month or the next full moon. I'm seeing emotional awareness, climax, move on, and cycle completion. So a cycle has been completed or will be completed. I'm seeing that the subconscious is being illuminated. So you're going to come into some type of clarity for sure is what I'm also getting. But I feel like this is going to be real deep. It says illuminated subconscious. But it also says move on here. So we're getting a lot of energy of moving on, letting go, etc. And this could just be those negative emotions, that fear-based thinking, like those things. That doesn't really help. Yeah, we think about, oh, I'm going to cut this person off for life. Or I'm going to do this. Or I'm going to just give me a new boyfriend. Or I'm going to just give me a new girlfriend. Regardless, the work still needs to be done. You're going to keep doing that like it's recycling. So it's like, always, and it has always been this way, the first step is self. See, sometimes you blind to things in life, but life don't give a damn. If you blind, honey. Life similar to, well, you was mistaught, but so that ain't no excuse. Similar to that, So experience it, go through it, get through it. You're resilient. That's all you're going to ever do. But don't be sitting here and self-torture and, being in your head and all this other stuff. Like, all right, I'm seeing emotional awareness. And then I'm hearing that Leon Thomas song, It's Not Fair. Look, stop looking at it. Stop looking at things in a certain way because that's going to make you mad, sad, depressed all over again. Like, I see the way that you're looking at it, and I feel with you deeply. But to help you, that's the point of choosing your battles. For a being like you to exist in a world like this, honey. Okay. I feel like some of you guys, you could be currently experiencing an injury right now, but yeah, it's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of emotions that are coming, going. It could have been in this connection as well. Any last messages here? The letter M is significant. Leo energy is significant. Any more messages here for the collective? Okay. All right, we'll shuffle. Oh, we got reverse. Six of Swords. Trouble coming. Nowhere to run. Rocking the boat. Yeah. Confirm the Six of Swords. In the reverse, we got Paradise. Maybe somebody tried to avoid karma and got a disaster 10 times more. All right. Maybe some of you guys think that trouble is coming and you're paranoid and all of this other stuff. You probably causing issues that you probably making something worse, really, based on your reaction and like how you see things or feel about things. When in actuality, I'm just seeing joy could exist, low-key. Like, I'm just seeing at this time you're gonna have to really trust your intuition when it comes to this. Because I feel like you at this battle, but don't avoid the truth. Some of you guys, you're encouraged to let go of this person, though. For others of y'all, I'm seeing that a lot of things is just all in your head. It's probably why I was called to shuffle, because if I didn't shuffle, I wasn't going to get that energy in reverse. All of the cards were just going to remain upright. Somebody could have been known as someone who wasn't as committed to things. They were possibly somebody who quit things or whatever the case may be. So y'all could have been very opposite. You could have came in as a young, grounded individual who builds things on solid foundation. You have a strong foundation within self, and then you could have come into contact with somebody the complete opposite. Self-esteem issues, right? Immature, an underachiever, or whatever the case may be, right? Perfectionist meets underachiever. But just like a bullet, it don't have no name on it. Similar to the saying, love is blind. So I feel like you're going to have to do some forgiveness, or maybe you're going to come into this awakening when it comes to this situation that you're kind of confused about. When it comes to this union, this commitment, I feel like you need to keep a positive mindset. All right, it manifests exactly what you want, not what you don't want. You don't have to say, oh, I don't want this person in my life no more, so I da-da-da. Okay, well, what do you want in your life? Let's manifest that. Oh, I want healthy relationships. Oh, I want, this. Okay, let's focus on that. Don't be focusing on all this. Oh, I'm happy, or I have the opportunity to be happy. Or I see that, I'm expanding, or, I'm in the place of joy or oneness, or I'm enjoying this person's company. And then next thing you know, I start getting in my head and I ruin something. It's like similar to that, bruh. Feeling like, oh, I'm going the wrong way. It says, in order to move forward, choices must be made. The perfect opportunity is available to the one who makes the right decision and follows through with it. So you got to make the decision and you got to follow through with it, honey. Worry breaks down the spirit, and moments of weakness erase signs of hope. During the darkest times, do not let fear win. Even the smallest creatures have hidden strength. And then, so that was for the rodent. And then the first one that I read, it was tied to the crossroad energy. Angel number 22. The rodent energy is angel number 23. And now we're on the heart, which just talks about the seed of hope. Angel number 24. It says, love can be expressed in many ways. Charity is a way to share love with those who need it most. Sometimes the most powerful form of love is forgiveness. Wow. Trees are significant, clouds, a house, I'm seeing the night, clovers, and a ship. I'm seeing the Three of Cups. Yeah, see, some of y'all gonna be rekindling something. You may end up reconciling with this person. But be mindful, because maybe this person may end up shocking you again. And they may end up hurting you again. So that's pretty much the messages that I'm seeing, you guys. You're going to have to take it how it resonates for you. But if you want to go ahead and get on the list and get you a personal, so we can really know what's up. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah. This person wants to do everything for you. I'm seeing them taking care of the dog, of different stuff. This could be somebody who wants to be your peace, or they want to add to your life. This person could be ascending, but I feel like you're still hurt when it comes to this situation. What's the advice for the collective in terms of this lover? Okay, what about towards, is this the X energy? Is this Ace of Wands the X? Five of Swords, the Star. I don't think this is the X. I think y'all are being encouraged to release the X, let the X go, but to also forgive them. Okay, release them with love. You're forgiving not for them, but for you and your peace and your sanity. And yeah, just move forward. Maybe you'll be friends. Maybe you'll be lovers again. Or maybe you'll just grow to be strangers all over again and you'll just meet someone new. Regardless, hey, I heard let it all work out. So just be in the flow. Don't try to control anything. All right? Don't be bitter. The Sun has been really significant, so oh yeah, see, have faith that love is coming. I'm seeing a surprise invitation, honey. I'm seeing a surprise invitation or meeting, but I'm also seeing hesitation here, and we got the Chariot. I'm telling you something about I'm seeing control, focus, willpower. Somebody, a car is significant, going towards someone. I'm seeing two dogs, the winter time. Hiking. The Sun once again is really significant. Sunset, sunrise. Yeah. But endings bring new beginnings, okay? I'm seeing growth, change, liberation, transition. So for some of you guys, maybe in this connection, this could be a soulmate connection in some type of way. But maybe you guys had your own demons or shadows that you needed to tend to. So separation and breakups needed to happen for renewal and healing. You're being encouraged to have faith as you're on this path. Okay, I feel like you're being encouraged to surrender. And surrender in what way? Once again, surrender when it comes to faith. Have faith. Surrender also when it comes to healing. Heal, do the work. I told y'all, that's the main first step in life regardless. Like when you first came into the world, the first thing you should have known about was healing, self-love, self-care. Especially with the world that we live in. But it's mainly really good for the self-love and everything because that's your foundation of self. You won't seek outside validation. You won't feel insecure and like all of these other things. And then you would have mastered it, especially at a young age, where your mind is new and there's nothing programmed in it yet. This would have benefited you guys like tremendously. Like by 30, you possibly would have been thinking with your entire brain, because you know people in America, we don't think with a huge percentage of the brain. Think with a very low level of the brain. Scientifically, right? It's scientifically said. But hey, this person, I feel like they're putting the work in to try to get somewhere, and I feel like you are as well. I feel like y'all are both doing some type of work individually. Maybe this person is doing this for the relationship. Maybe you're doing this for you. But surrender. Surrender. I told y'all this don't have to be a situation where you take your ex back and all this. I'm just saying hate doesn't need to live in your heart. Forgiveness does. Because little do you know, this possibly could be a person that you could be with and grow old with. But at the same time, for others of y'all, maybe this was somebody who was just supposed to, you know, it was meant to be, but it wasn't meant to stay. And you released them with love this time instead of resentment and, you know, confusion or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Tell me more about this Knight of Cups. Who is this Knight of Cups? This Knight of Cups could be your ex. It's somebody who's still holding on to what was lost. The Knight of Cups could be you, or it could be this other person, or it could be somebody that's new, that's wanting to come in with a romantic offer. Somebody got their heart on their sleeve. This can be somebody who wear their heart on their sleeve. They're trying to come in a certain way. This could be somebody that's hoarding things, keeping things. I'm seeing materialism, Capricorn, financial hardships, left out in the cold, and struggle. So this could be somebody that's financially going through it right now. So they're probably doing a lot of saving. I feel like this person is trying to save up to purchase something huge. This person, oh my goodness. This person is most definitely possibly saving up money to buy you possibly a house or a car or something like that. Child, justice. Somebody want to make something right, honey. And maybe one of the ways that they feel they can do that is financially. Because maybe they failed emotionally and everywhere else. Now, you don't have to take people offers, and you also don't have to obsess about this and think about it all day. But I just want y'all to move forward in y'all life. Maybe this was an old friend. Alright, I'm seeing nostalgia. This could be somebody who's grounded, successful. I'm seeing business empire. But this could be somebody who has worry, weakness, insecurity. Or that could be you. Right? Maybe somebody is worried about receiving some type of news or some type of letter, or somebody doesn't want to get rejected. Maybe it's tying to the truth. It's something tying to the truth. Maybe this person, they don't want to see the truth or face the truth. They don't want to face reality. Like, they see that this is what it is between you two, but some of them, they're just still trying, or they don't want to believe it, or they don't want to just accept that the relationship is over for a lot of you guys. Maybe you don't want to accept that. But yes, y'all setting boundaries. Y'all are still angry with this person. They're trying to move forward and all of this other stuff, but you're not there yet. And I don't feel like, for some of you guys, it's literally dwelling, and you could be slowing down something that could be really beneficial. And I'm not saying that as in speed up your whatever process. No, but I'm just saying don't sit in gloomy, dark energy, because you just may be missing out on a potential soulmate connection, whether that's with a new person or whatever the case may be. I don't know. See, I wasn't too much of a big fan of reconnecting with exes, but I just give a message and let it be that. I don't try to push my own personal thoughts or traumas and everything when I'm talking about a message. So I try to be as biased as possible and, you know, speak what I feel like the cards are, what I'm pulling from the cards. So some of it I don't be wanting to say, because I be like, wait, what? Honey, not me. But you know, sometimes when you're in that space of trauma or resentment, bitterness, whatever, miserable, you respond in those ways exactly, which is the complete opposite of forgiveness, joy, love, etc. So, but maybe somebody trying to be flexible, want you to be flexible. Okay, hold on now, because I did see a lot of that one energy. Somebody is wanting to have sexual relations. We ain't gonna get into all of that though, because that's what I'm saying. That lustful, tempting energy. Maybe that'll be on both of y'all ends. But I'm seeing you achieving things. I'm seeing you being recognized for certain things. Something about graduation. You could be someone who is any race, Chinese, black. I'm seeing someone with dreads. I'm seeing a blue gown, a blue graduation gown and cap. Yeah, somebody's no longer in this gaslighting energy or stalker energy. Yeah. Somebody sabotaged something and they trying to rebuild it. Or be mindful. Like I said, this energy, it could be your energy, their energy. It's so many messages to give, but I'm seeing the Tower. So something shocking could have happened in this connection. Something out the blue. All right. And this is what really caused you to become drained or paranoid or whatever the case may be. Whatever this Tower moment was, this catastrophe, this destruction that caused some type of pain and heartbreak that really changed you for real. This most definitely could have been a situation that involved third parties, seduction, romanticism. All right. But y'all, I'm about done. I'm starting to feel nauseous because look, that's a symptom of pregnancy. And I keep seeing stuff about pregnancy. Maybe this is somebody who you have kids with. Okay. But yeah, this situation is you or this person, regardless, whoever is on the opposite end, they just need time. I feel like that's why they're setting boundaries. This person is just still angry. They're still heartbroken. And I feel like what you guys can do if this person is still heartbroken, I don't know if they're mourning a loss of somebody who passed away in their life, if they're mourning the loss of this connection, feeling betrayed and hurt and, you know, all of these things. You got to look at it like when somebody feels betrayed, hurt, deceived, etc., that's not just something that can just go away overnight, especially if it's been a roller coaster and it's been patterns and it's just been ongoing. So I feel like that's why you or this person is at this point in time where they're just like, you know what, this doesn't seem, it seems risky. Yes, I love you and you love me, and I would want to feel that way again. Sometimes I think about the old times, or, you know, this person could be dreaming about you and you dreaming about this person, or they're living this they're in like fantasy land instead of reality. So I feel like they need to face reality and you guys need to heal. All right? Regardless, both of y'all are doing your own individual work and working on things, but I feel like the overall energy is heal. All right? Being lighthearted and things coming to light. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll return your energy back to you and I release my energy back to me. If you have any questions, concerns, if you want to get on the list is open and nobody is currently on. So that means you will be the first and we'll get started on you right now. But if you guys are not wanting to get on the list, you don't need a reading, honey. Whatever the case may be, if you can't afford my prices, donations are granted, which is basically anything that you are able to afford. All right, but that's pretty much the messages that I have. As I said before, there's always many more messages to give, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it at that. If I get off alive by the time that you want to get on the list, you can just send me a DM and I should respond within like 30 minutes, especially if I didn't start going to go do something else. But I'll give you guys a few more seconds to decide if you're going to get on the list. If you are, please let me know in the chat so I can stay on. If not, I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, this video will be uploaded to my YouTube. Excuse me. So make sure you give me a follow on my platforms or you may never see my face again. Link in bio for payment options, website, and other platforms. Alrighty, you guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.